This program may contain spoilers. What is up, consoles? It is Nintendo Freaks Link here, or NF Link for short. And welcome to my first ever episode of a little series I like to call NF Link's Game Reviews. It's a show where I'll just be like reviewing video games that I like or dislike. At the end, I will rate them 1 out of 10. And so let's begin. Episode 1. Today I will be reviewing Ocarina of Time, or The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is rated by fans and critics alike one of the best Zelda games ever made, next to A Link to the Past. In my opinion, they were both good. They weren't my favorites. I definitely like this one better. This one wasn't my favorite, but, you know, I like it. I just never really got into it as much as some of the other Zelda games. So, yeah. That's it. So, Ocarina of Time, you use, Link, what's new, to fight Ganondorf. Surprising, right? You start out as a kid, living in a village, in a village that's in a forest that's at the edge of Hyrule. This village is known as Kokiri Village. So, yes, it starts out with the Deku Tree summoning a fairy named Navi, who is the most annoying fairy I have ever met in my life. You can't go walk 3 steps. You can't go 5 seconds without her going, "Hey, listen, look out, listen, watch out, hello, listen, look, listen. It made me want to shoot a Kamehameha at the TV. Dragon Ball jokes, you might not get it. I only watched Dragon Ball Super. I didn't watch Dragon Ball GT, or Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Z Kai, or Dragon Ball at all. Only Dragon Ball Super. And I live in America. Anyway. What was I saying? So, yeah, yeah. So, the Deku Tree tells Navi to head to a child living in Kokiri Village that, is going to be the great hero of Hyrule. So, the fairy flies to Link's house and starts harassing him. Literally, she starts beating you up and insulting you. Saying stuff like, "How can such a lazy boy be the hero of Hyrule?" What happens is, she tells Link that the Great Deku Tree has summoned him. And first you have to get a shield and a sword because this jerk face won't let you through without them. You get a shield that sucks compared to the shield you get later. Compared to the mirror shield. Mirror shield rocks. One of my favorite Zelda items. The mirror shield, guys. Vote for the mirror shield. Mirror shield for president. That made no sense. Yeah. So after you head to the Great Deku Tree tells you you're going to be hero of Hyrule and you need to go inside him because he's sick, something like that. And I haven't played the game in a while, so I'll explain it the best I can. You then head inside Deku Tree and you fight the boss and, you know, whatever. Then the Deku Tree tells you to head to Zelda. Zelda then tells you you need to collect 3 gems. You already have one from the Deku Tree called the Kokiri Emerald. You need to get the Goron Ruby and the Zora Sapphire. I think it's called the Zora Sapphire, I'm not sure. And so you have to head to Death Mountain in Zora's Domain. Death Mountain, the Dodongo Cavern, is the little temple-like thing you have to go there. It's not that hard. Zora's Domain, the place you have to go there, Jabu's belly, I think it's Jabu. I hated that place. It was my second least favorite place you had dungeon in the whole game. You'll see my least favorite later. Because almost every room looked exactly the same. And there were, like, pits you had to fall through the floor, but you had to fall through certain ones to not die. Ugh, I just hated it so much. Every room looked almost the same. And the worst part is you had to carry around a bratty Zora that wouldn't stop complaining. You had to carry her around everywhere so you wouldn't be able to fight unless you put her down. And certain doors you had to set her on a switch so you can go through it. But when you go through it, you come back out and she starts yelling at you like, "Oh, you're my guide, you shouldn't be leaving me alone." It annoyed the crap out of me. So much. You then have to head, after you do that, you head back to, Hyrule, your castle town, but you witness Zelda and Impa running away on a horse, running away from Ganondorf. Zelda then throws you, the Ocarina of Time. And when you go through when you get the Ocarina of Time, you learn another song. So you learn a bunch of songs in this game. This game is based around music. I mean, every Zelda game has, like, some sort of magical instrument. I think every Zelda game, most of them at least. Even if they're not very important to the game, you still end up, like, getting one. Yeah, this game's based around music. So, yeah. You then go to the Temple Time to open the door of time to pull up the Master Sword. Do 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 blah. But then Link gets frozen in time for 7 years, only to be awake because he wasn't old enough to yet wield the Master Sword. When he pulled up the Master Sword, though, he opened a door to the Sacred Realm, which allowed Ganondorf to go inside that realm and get the Triforce. But he wasn't able to hold all the Triforce. He was only able to have the Triforce of Power, not the Triforce of Wisdom or Courage. Anyway, so then the Sage of Light tells you that you have to awaken all of the sages. So you have to go to the Forest Temple, Fire Temple, Water Temple. By the way, that's my least favorite. It's so tedious because you have to pause it every 5 seconds just to put on the iron boots. After that, you then have to head to, after you awaken all the sages, Water Temple, Shadow Temple, Desert Temple, blah blah blah, yada yada. You have to go to Ganon's tower to fight Ganondorf. Fighting Ganondorf is pretty easy. It's fighting Ganon that I didn't like. Because when Ganondorf first turns into Ganon, he knocks away your sword. And you have to fight with other weapons. Use the big Goron sword. You do the side quest to get the big Goron sword. Don't use the big Goron knife, because that breaks in like 3 swings. So you, after you defeat Ganon, Zelda then, oh, by the way, Zelda was hiding out as Sheik, just in case you didn't know. But then, eventually, Zelda sends you back as a kid, to your kid life, because Link never had a chance to live out his life as a kid, because he had to skip all his childhood to become an adult to protect Hyrule, which then leads into the events of Majora's Mask. But also, it gets confusing because Ocarina of Time splits the Zelda timeline into 3. Yeah, so that's all. Speaking of the Zelda timeline, guess what? NF Yoshi, my partner in YouTube, will be, pretty soon posting a video on the Zelda timeline. That's gonna be interesting, because Zelda timeline's pretty confusing. He's gonna try to keep it short and quick, but, I'm excited for that video. I can't wait to see it. So, yeah. Just one more thing about the game itself. This version is for the GameCube. I don't have an N64. This version came with the Master Quest, which was the same thing, just a little harder. And, yeah, I never really played the Master Quest. I played the normal one and beat it. I might try to play the Master Quest later when I'm a little more skilled and better at Zelda games. Because I'm not very good at Zelda games. I beat Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks wasn't the best Zelda game, but it's still good. Anyway, back to Ocarina of Time. Back on topic! Come on! Gotta stay on topic! So, 1 out of 10, I think 1 through 10, I'd probably rate this game either 7 or 8 out of 10. Probably 7. I liked this game. It was fun. I enjoyed playing it. I had a lot of fun playing it. Yeah, it was definitely fun. I don't have Ocarina of Time 3D. I don't have any other versions of this game, but if I did, I'd be showing you them. Yeah, I thought this was a pretty fun game. I had a lot of fun playing it. So yeah. Yeah, so anyway. And if Yoshi's gonna be making a video on the Zelda timeline, so get pumped up, boy! Yeah, and so yeah. I don't know what else to say. Oh, by the way, the game is also much better than when you're an adult. So thank you for watching this video. Or, I should say this episode. This was episode 1 of NFLink's Game Reviews, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, push that like button. And if you haven't yet, you should hit that subscribe button and smash that bell to get notified about all videos. Bye, guys, and see you next time on NFLink's Game Reviews. Bye-bye.